telling me to swap that. Good, stop. Okay, Kyle's gonna start running towards the goal. Stay with him. Stay with him. Stay with him. Shot on goal. Oh, where's the goal? Oh, there's the goal. Okay, Kyle, and Kyle has a shot, and he runs back out. Come on, go, run. Back out past the circle. And you stay with him. There he goes. He's running. Oh, but fake out. Guess what? He's heading back towards the goal. Slight zoom in, slight zoom in, slight zoom in as you go. A little bit, just a little. Shot on goal. That's what you have to do. You got it?
Okay, we practiced. That's your headset now, by the way.
Camera 3. Okay, yeah, let's get camera 3. Kyle just scored, and take 3, hero shot. Kyle, you just scored, and you're running out to the middle of the field now. Your teammates are high sticking you. Yeah, all right, awesome. Good shot, bro. Yeah, good job, sister. Yeah, go Spice Girls forever. Okay. Yep, that's it. Okay, we're good. That's it. They got it. Those are your responsibilities. So right now, he has one leg.
Yes, he has it. Everybody that needs one has it. And extra people, but it's fine. Ethan's gonna hate me.
TV crew, enjoy the jog. My leg's broken.
Not trying to.
Other than jogging, real boring. Where they shoot that from?
bark, bark, bark. I am. Bark, bark, meow, ruff, 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 meow, meow. Bark, bark. Chicken chow mein, avocado toast. Oh my god, no. Ready? Ambient sounds. Chirp, 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 grass moving. Dog walks by and poops on the ground. Okay.
Testing, check, check 1, 2. Is this better? Testing, check, check 1, 2. Is that better? All right, folks, hang in there at home. Game time starts right around 3:30. JTV on it. Hey, good afternoon and welcome to the JTV Game of the Week. I'm Harry Ferrone.
And I'm Brian Martingano. And today we have a matchup between the Liberty Lions and Manchester.
Yes, look, it's a beautiful day. Good start to the season. Today, the first game for both Manchester and Jackson Liberty. A little late start to the season today thanks to COVID-19, but you couldn't ask for a better day today, Brian. It's 73 degrees out, sunny, very little wind. Perfect day for a field hockey kickoff here. And also, I might add, congratulations to the seniors at Jackson Liberty for hosting their senior day today. Great idea, Coach Forsyth, getting that out of the way early in the season because we never know what's going to happen. And things are just about ready to get underway here, Brian.
Yep, as we get ready, things should be interesting. Hoping for more of a high-scoring game, but either way, as long as there's action happening, it's good with me.
I'm a big fan of the high-scoring field hockey games, my friend. Let's just pull the goalkeepers and see what happens.
Yeah, it's a lot like soccer, but, you know, this you have to take shots from a lot closer.
Yeah, actually, in fact, learned a few things today. The circle that we'll be heading to shortly here. Let's let this defensive struggle play out here. Little penalty there. Ball's going to move up towards Manchester.
As they go to the outside, Liberty trying to move it forward. As Manchester trying to move it back down.
That's Manchester's number 16, Jacqueline White. Liberty's Shaylin Gallagher. Also have her in class, Brian.
And as they pass it over, looking to get it down the field, get stuff started. Able to get a pretty good pass as far back as they've gotten so far, but they're able to get onto it.
And that's Manchester's 23. Katarina Diamato there.
As she
She's
takes
working
the
her way
ball,
to the goal.
working her way to the goal, slightly misses off
All
on
right.
the shot. A good chance there.
That's it. That's Sarah Duke on the block there. And that ball's going to come out. We can take a look at the replay there. Get our replay guy in action here. Oh, look at this. They are up and paying attention here. And, of course, they came in a little late there, but that's okay. We still love them. I'm sure Keith will get that sorted out.
Yeah, he'll get that.
All right, we're going to come back live. There it is.
As Liberty's trying to move it down, but a great stop by number 14, Holly Jorgensen.
Jorgensen, I actually thought she had a relation to Haley Jorgensen, an old softball player of mine from Manchester. I did teach at Manchester for 15 years here. I was a Hawk for quite some time, so I always feel a little conflicted when we have these games. But great thing about being a commentator is I don't have to choose sides in a case like this, Brian. I could just enjoy the action.
Yep, as Manchester trying to get it past, but a really good block there.
And that's Brooklyn Sylvan there.
As they look to move down, able to get it a little bit farther on the side. Finds a passing route, but a great block there. Block was by number 3, Emily Barron.
And Manchester on the move again here.
Able to start getting it down the
It
field.
looks like a penalty that'll push the defense forward here for the Lions. The only goal, shot on goal so far has been in Liberty territory. Pretty young Liberty offense too, by the way. Spoke to Coach Forsyth this morning about it.
As Manchester goes down, but Liberty able to keep that out of the circle as they go moving back down the field, but plenty of Manchester defenders in the way.
Jackie Cassell traveling quite a distance with that one.
Good stop by Mia Perez, though, able to stop them in their tracks.
Number 9, Jacqueline Cassidy passing off.
So they're getting the block, fighting over it right now. Great play, though, able to keep it going fast, not taking any breaks. Able to get it down the field. It's a 3-on-2. Looking to get it forward, but gets tripped up. Is able to keep the ball. As it moves down, able to pass it in, but gets stopped by a Liberty defender.
And
looks like we've got our first penalty corner. We'll call it penalty corner. Yes, I talked to Coach Forsyth about that.
Okay.
It's a penalty corner. So basically, half the team clears out, 4 people in the goal, and get ready for the charge. Again, the ball can't be struck at the goal until it's inside that circle you can see right there lined up. So we take a look at number 7.
Ooh, and
Juliana,
that's just overshot. But that might turn into a great offensive opportunity for Liberty.
Yeah, opportunities abound here. I thought she was passing it off to the ref there for a second. That's still Liberty ball. Gallagher.
As Liberty takes it down, but a great stop by Manchester. They're just getting it back and forth, trying to move forward, and they've really been doing a good job so far of not letting Manchester break away with it.
Whistle blows. 9 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter. There are 4 quarters here in field hockey.
As they're fighting over the ball on the left side, Liberty's able to retain possession. Great block there by number 14, Holly Jorgensen. Great stop there, able to put it out, and it's back to Manchester's ball. Looks like they're going to try to get this way into the Liberty half.
She's winding up, takes a big swing. Kind of amazes me how there aren't more injuries in field hockey than there are based on how low their head is in relation to the stick.
Yeah, I gotta admit though, they've got to have pretty good control at majority of the times, especially in a pretty fast game like that. But that's a great hit down the field, able to get the block, but Manchester still retaining possession, trying to get down. But Liberty, a great defensive stand by number 9.
Number 9, that's Jacqueline Cassidy.
Great stop by her as it'll be back to Liberty's ball. That was a great opportunity for Manchester there. They just kind of got a little bit scrambled there, but Manchester able to get the ball again. Liberty really not doing a great job of keeping it. As they now move down the field, Liberty trying to get stuff going, but Manchester just able to keep control of the ball. Never mind, I'll eat my words. Liberty doing a really good job. But Manchester on the breakaway now. It's a 2-on-1, but not able to get it through. Great defensive stand by number 18, Linda Kellman. Liberty able to go down the field, looking to pass it to the inside. Is able to get the pass, 50-50 there, as she works to get it into the Manchester half. She's able to get closer. She's getting close. She's in the circle. Liberty looking to take a shot, but great defensive stand there by Manchester's number 7, Juliana. So looking to get it down the side. Liberty doing a good job of trying to keep them out. Manchester doing a pretty good job of moving down the field, though, able to go pretty far.
Yeah, pretty defensive struggle so far too, Bri, right?
Yeah, I mean, both teams have been doing pretty good at stopping them from taking shots. 1 shot so far, and it's been for Manchester. But other than that, the pressure's kind of been going back and forth. I mean, Liberty has definitely had less looks, but their looks have been looking pretty good. So they're looking to go down the field now. Liberty getting ready to try to just get this out of their half, and they're just going to want to keep possession for more than 30 seconds here. It's 6 minutes, 45 seconds left on the clock, but Manchester's number 23 getting it down the field fast. That's Katarina Diamato doing a wonderful job today as Liberty looks to defend that, able to defend it, but trying to get it out as she gets close, and they'll call that another big opportunity for Manchester here. Going for another corner. Manchester's been looking good, I'll give them that. They've definitely been on the offense more than Liberty has, but Liberty's defense, they've been fast. They're right on that ball, second half. able to go for the pass, but a great block by number 9, Jacqueline Cassidy, doing a wonderful job on defense, but takes a shot, isn't able to keep that in. Liberty looking to break it out, fighting backwards here. And that ball will go to Liberty, giving them a chance to clear it out of their own half. Hits it down the side. Liberty now in a 4-on-4, trying to get it down the field. Manchester fighting to get back, but Manchester able to get the penalty there. As Manchester now working down the field, going down the side, is able to keep possession of the ball. He's able to get it to the inside, and that rolls out of bounds. A good try there, going for the pass, not able to get it. Can we get a replay on that? No. It's it out. Manchester looking to take it kind of slow. Really good rehearsed passing play there, and a goal for Manchester. Just a really good play there, passing it down. Definitely looked rehearsed. Really good play there. Pass between them. You can see pass there, and the person standing next to the goal is just able to swat it out of the air and into that net. And that's back to what I was talking about before when I was talking about them having just really good control. They were really able to just put that in out of the air as the Hawks take the lead 1-0.
Hawks, of course, on the board for the first time here. 1-0.
And they had the first minute and a half pressure there. Most of the pressure has been going back and forth for 15 seconds.
A little shout out to our graphics operator today. Can pop up that number 1 over there for the visitor team. Again, thank you. Beautiful day out here.
As Manchester hits it down, but great block there by Liberty. Number 9, Jacqueline Cassidy, has been doing a wonderful job today just stopping some of the Manchester pressure, but Manchester's offense, they've been looking good. As that goal was scored by number 16, Jaden White. She's been standing next to the goal, really just looking to be that disruptor.
Shaylin Gallagher.
Trying
it up to Jackie Casal.
Manchester has just been doing a really good job at just stopping Liberty before they're able to even take a shot. Right now, Liberty having to back away from the circle, trying to buy themselves time, but Manchester are not letting up on the pressure.
Pretty nice pass there. And the Manchester Hawk defense does a nice job of bouncing the ball back to the outside.
And Liberty kind of having a lapse of coverage here. She's able to get all the way down the side of the field, and this is not the first time. A 3-on-2, but
Pretty
Liberty,
nice cross.
Liberty able to get back to it as that ball goes out. See how the refs call it. As another corner, the third one for Manchester. Manchester getting ready. They might look to do the similar play again. They're doing the same play that they scored on last time. That one goes in, but a great save by the keeper, able to keep it out. And Liberty getting a little bit flustered again. As Manchester tries to take a shot, but once again, number 9 just doing a wonderful job of keeping them at bay.
That ball's super close. Let's take a look at the replay on that. I'm not even sure if there was a shot that came off on that. But goalkeeper Sarah Duke did a pretty nice job of defending her the goal. We're going to stay live, though. As the whistle blows, Manchester offense still moving forward, Bri. Oh. Jackie Casal feeds that one up to number 4, Victoria Rodriguez. Shaylin Gallagher looking to get that Liberty offense moving forward here, as the experience on this Liberty squad is clearly on the defensive and midfield side of the ball.
And Manchester's defense, though, gotta give them credit. They've really just been suffocating them. Not the greatest hit there, but Emily Barron on that defense has been looking pretty strong.
Just a minute and 15 seconds left in that first quarter.
Liberty bringing it down the side, able to get it past, but 3 Manchester players right on it again.
Lydia Kellyman trying to clear that.
They're definitely going to want to try to tie it up before the end of the quarter, just try to give themselves some momentum and some push.
1 minute to go, but Manchester I'll tell you what, Manchester doing a really nice job passing today.
Yeah.
Moving the ball around pretty nice.
And it looks like a lot of these plays are planned. They're just going to the same position every time. Did that find its way? No.
I don't think so. No,
it did not. A great defensive stand from Liberty.
I think Gallagher got a stick on that. We could take a quick look at that. We're going to have time. Here's a replay on that one.
As you can see, as she gets in, she's able to hit
Ball
it towards
comes
the
across
middle.
Nice there. Look at that, Bri.
Good shot there, just not enough power on it. And a great save by the keeper, able to keep that one out.
Absolutely. And time's going to run out on this corner with just 5 seconds left.
As Manchester is able to take control of the ball, but clock winds down.
There it is, and we've got a 1-0 game here after the first quarter, as both teams take a minute.
And I'll say it's been a pretty good game so far. I mean, I will say one thing that I think Liberty needs to do is they definitely need to start winning in the midfield. Manchester has just been getting control of it, and every time Liberty is able to get past the midfield, they usually get to the inner circle, but they haven't been able to do that more than once or twice.
Right out, and I'll tell you, Manchester doing a great job offensively of keeping pressure on their the Liberty defense as well. But a 1-0 game after a quarter, it's been a good one so far.
Yeah, and I mean it's very comebackable. I mean you just need that one breakaway, that one great opportunity to score. But especially in a sport like field hockey, where there's a lot of players out there, there's not much room to go.
Mm-hmm.
And one big difference between this and soccer is that in soccer you can just bang it down the field and get it to the other side. Field hockey, you have to do a lot more work to get it down the other end.
For sure, and I think the difference in that first quarter for me was probably Manchester's passing capabilities as they move the ball into the Liberty defensive area. So it'll be interesting to see now both coaches having a chance to talk to their teams about changing strategy or making minor corrections that could, make a difference in the game. A little tougher to coach during a quarter because you're yelling out, trying to make adjustments on the fly. But these little pauses between quarters can be very helpful to have the coaches help to make an adjustment.
Yeah, and I mean the Manchester coach is doing a good job as of right now. Not much he just needs to change. I mean, they really have been doing a phenomenal job of keeping it. Sometimes you go a goal up, you want to stay a little bit more in the defensive, but I really don't think they need to do that.
I've always been in the mindset, honestly, of that, the best defense is good offense, and I would always just try to keep scoring. Yeah, even back in my softball days, we'd keep scoring until we, couldn't anymore, because you just never know.
Yeah.
Especially a game like field hockey, the tide can turn so quickly. Goals can be scored very, very quickly, and both teams looks like they're ready to go, Bri.
Yeah. Looking to get it started. Liberty, though, I could see them playing a lot tighter. Getting 2 people on every time could probably be in their best option, or maybe just trying to give them a little bit more room and break up those passing routes would be another option. But there it is. Liberty able to break up the pass.
Teams are both still going in the same direction. They won't switch directions until the second half.
As Liberty able to get a good defensive stand here, but that's the thing. They're still on one-on-ones, and Liberty definitely has the capability to win those, but gotta tell you, this offense is looking good.
It's Danielle Guerin there, passes the ball to 23.
Katarina D'Amato.
D'Amato's had a good game so far. She's generally been the person, the go-to girl on offense that has been taking most of the shots on goal.
Yeah, and equally opposite is Jackety Caslin. She's been doing a really good job of just keeping them at bay and stopping them before they even get close. But sometimes she's been really clutch in situations where she's trying to keep them in.
Penalty corner.
Once again, going for another similar play, but in field hockey, you can't hit it with your feet, and that just, I mean, sometimes it's just force of habit.
Yeah, a little incidental too. Yeah, and habit too, probably, that your foot gets in there. Oh,
Which is an interesting rule in a sport like this.
X marks the spot here as the Liberty Lions take the ball, try and move it forward.
But once again, Manchester, they just really need to double coverage right now because Manchester's just been right on top of them every time. Liberty, though, on a little bit of a breakaway here, looking to pass it out to the side, but more Manchester bodies closer to the ball than Liberty, and Liberty just not able to keep up the pace. Although Liberty making it down the field, hitting it forward. Good stop there by Manchester, but Manchester able to pick it up at Liberty once again with the interception.
Pretty big airplane flying overhead. I'm sure you can hear that.
Manchester
Ball
trying
traveled a little too far in the air, I think.
Manchester trying to keep it out, but this is a good 15-20 seconds of pressure here, though.
Liberty still maintaining possession here, Bry.
Yeah. Manchester able to take it, but gotta say it's gonna be hard to get it out of this half. But the thing here is if they are able to get it out, that'd be a good offensive opportunity. But this ball going out is definitely a smart move by the Liberty Lions. They give themselves some time to regroup and get back and defend.
Manchester putting the ball back in play.
And also in times like these, when they're this close to the side of the field, the coaches can do a little bit of coaching right now.
Oh, because they're pretty much right there. Absolutely.
And as you can see, the coach right there talking, trying to reorganize them to get possession of the ball again. But we'll say this second period has been looking different for Liberty. They've been keeping the pressure most of the time, but I gotta say nothing looks too threatening here. Especially with Manchester up a goal, but they're able to take it down again. And Liberty right back on it, but she's able to win that out as two people crowding the goal here. Looking to hit it in if it gets close. Goes for the cross, gets blocked by Liberty.
Quite sure what the penalty is there. It looks like a penalty corner. Yep. So Manchester will take the ball in from there. Ball needs to be struck inside the circle.
And she hits it out to the
Doesn't
side.
travel enough.
Able to hit it out, but Liberty able to storm back in, take control of the ball. If they can get it moving fast here, this might be a breakaway.
Pretty nice pass.
Able to hit it down, the Liberty outnumbering. And that is got to be a sigh of relief for Manchester. They're going to look to just get it back to the Liberty half, keep the pressure. Like you said, sometimes the best defense is good offense.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in that.
Manchester here trying to get it close, but
Manchester pretty much is running the same type of offensive play. Usually bring it out down the right side, center it to the middle, and then have 2 or 3 players positioned for the scores.
and I mean, while it can be kind of predictable, it's working for them. I'll give them that. They just seem to be outpacing Liberty when it comes to them being on offense, but a wonderful hit there.
Good defensive pickup there.
Get it down to the side, but
Some nice stick control. Feeds the ball back to the Lions, who will pick it up and get the ball going in the other direction.
Manchester now looking to getting out of their half. They've been under a lot of pressure so far.
9.5 minutes left to play in the half.
They've been looking good so far.
Things have slowed down a little bit on that side. Players.
As you can see right now, though, every player is on the Liberty half. There's 2 or 3 people back on defense for Manchester. Manchester really just trying to move the ball forward, and Liberty does not want that to happen. But the way that they are playing does not allow them to break out as easily as
So
now
1-on-2. Nice defensive stop.
ball going up a little bit,
Kenzie
but
Angelone on defense there. This one's going to slip through the middle. Blocked by Shaylin Gallagher. Oh, could be trouble.
a couple of good blocks there. But
Duke
not-
came in and knocked that one out. Take a
That
look
one-
at the instant replay there at that shot on goal. Nice defensive play by the goalkeeper, Sarah Duke here. As we see the play developing here. And then that fine block that eventually comes. There it is. Nice job.
Yeah.
Back left.
I don't know. I'll give that to Liberty. They're doing a pretty good job of kind of holding them. That, I believe, is their first shot of the second period. Liberty, though, they got to get on offense here. I mean, they could keep playing the waiting game, but they still have 2 quarters left, but they do need to score.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of time left in this one. Over 7.5 minutes left just in this first half.
As Manchester getting it down, though, and the ball will go back to Liberty. But Manchester here really quick to rotate out. Liberty seems to be keeping more people up, and Manchester just seems to try to stop them at midfield and get them closer. And there it is. Manchester just able to stop them right at midfield.
Oop, wildly shot there. That's going to be a high stick. And that's Brooklyn Sylvan.
As Liberty will get control of the ball here. Hits it
Well,
down.
that's the
yeah.
furthest hit I've seen all day.
Yeah. She's had 1 or 2 like that where she just really hits it down, and that's what they need at this point. They just need a jump start to this offense. And Liberty has just been keeping it on the same side. So has Manchester, but I think they need more of a double-sided approach. The only problem is, especially in field hockey, getting it from one side of the field to the other is
Not easy.
not
No,
easy.
You're right. That ball's down the middle, blocked by Sarah Duke. Nice job using her feet to do the work for her.
Once again, pressure's coming back in. If we get a replay of that shot,
Pretty nice shot on goal. Pretty well defended, as we see here, with the kick save. Sarah Duke. I
Really
understand
did.
she does quite a bit of country line dancing, Brian. That's where she picked up her goalie skills.
I bet.
Her favorite country line dance song is Achy Breaky Heart. You know that one?
Yes.
Don't break my heart. That one.
Yep. I got it.
Billy Ray Cyrus. Who could have imagined that a little line dancing would improve your goal skills?
I could see it, but
We're
Manchester now,
probably gonna get a call from Sarah later. Oh,
Probably.
here we go.
as Liberty able to take it down, moving forward. Hits it out to the side, but able to keep control of the ball. Moving towards the inside, but Manchester once again on a breakaway, and she's just able to break past.
Pretty nice
Couple of
pass down the
people.
line, but goes through. Good stick handling.
As once again, really close game. But I gotta say, a lot of the possession here is going from Manchester, but it doesn't feel like they're in complete control. Liberty not going for the pass. Able to get it out, but the Hawks just on it every time. There it is. as Manchester takes it down, and that will be called Liberty now. Once again, getting a break. Need to start taking a little bit of chances. 4 minutes left in this second quarter. Definitely don't want to go into the half losing, but I gotta say, the goalie for Manchester's been having a pretty easy day so far. Megan Doctor holding down the net, but Liberty trying to get it past, but once again, 2 Manchester players on it. And Liberty it's just not going to win those 2v1s every time. So they either got to look to pass more or start putting more pressure on themselves. But it's got to take phenomenal ball handling for that one. Liberty now looking to pass it out. Liberty now able to hit it to the side. Manchester now looking to hit it back. So that ball will go out, and it will be Liberty's. They're now keeping possession for more than a couple seconds here. So Liberty now takes it, tries to go back to the inside as that ball will go out again, but it will be Liberty, and they can just keep doing this all the time down the line. As Manchester just not keeping it that close now. As they go down the field, Liberty now with an extended amount of pressure, able to get it to the other side of the field, which is something that they needed to do.
Oh,
a
kick
great save there. Megan Doctor with a really good save there.
Yeah, I always thought they should give field hockey goalies a glove or something.
Yeah.
Their pads, very interesting padding. Using those feet to block and the legs. And we've got a penalty corner here. I think first penalty corner for...
I believe so, and Liberty here putting everybody up that they can.
Through the middle.
That's going to stop on the side.
Whistle
but
blows. I don't know where the time went in this quarter, Bri, but we're down to just a little bit over a minute on the half.
And pressure's been there for Liberty, but they definitely need to score before the half. It'd be a shame to waste all this pressure as they've had a good minute of pressure here. Looking to get it
there
going.
we go. Another
towards the net.
ball's going to creep across the middle.
Just goes for the hip, but Manchester once again able to get onto it.
50 seconds left, and that's going to be Manchester ball. Big hit. They're going to knock this one, but it's stopped. Back to Manchester ball again.
Clock is ticking down. 35 seconds left in this half. And get it down. Another whistle called. The refs are really drawing out this final 30 seconds.
I'll tell you what's making a big difference for us today, Brian, is having an SDI monitor here.
Yeah.
Can really make out the numbers today on our screen. So big thank you to the tech crew that managed to put this together today. I think that was you, Brian.
Yeah, it was, but you know. Thank you.
You're welcome. 8 seconds left to go, and I think Liberty's going to run out of time with 4 seconds left. But, oh, one more shot. Not going to make it as Victoria Rodriguez tries to score there. But that's going to wrap up the half here, Bri. Got a 1-0 game after a half. This is an exciting game today.
Yeah, I mean, it's not high scoring, but it's definitely competitive. And both teams have been looking pretty good. But Manchester just has that edge, and their offense has just been not unstoppable, but they've really kept the pressure on. Just
I would go with tenacious. How's that? Tenacious. You like that? Yeah, I thought so too. And Liberty putting on some serious offensive work there in the last 2 minutes. We're going to step aside for a public services announcement or 2 or 3 or 4 until this intermission is over. And when we come back, we'll have the second half of the Jackson Liberty Lions versus the Manchester Hawks in varsity field hockey. You're watching JTV. See you in a minute.
Unfortunately, I don't have that. So new piece of technology we have this year at JTV. Well, actually we got it end of last year, but we're really using it for the first time for games, is a cable camera. So what it is it's pretty new technology. It runs on a cable across the sideline of the field and is controlled remotely. So it's pretty neat in that it can get the shot where it tracks the action down the field. So when there's a running play, we can follow the action down the field. And 2 operators do it. So we have one operator that's controlling the actual camera on the trolley that goes across, and then we have another operator that actually controls the camera. It's panning, tilting, and rolling. So it's pretty cool new technology. Yeah, we actually did have some problems with setup yesterday. It's about a 300-foot run across the field, and the way that we initially planned it was 12 foot in the air, and the problem with that is that when the camera trolley gets to the center of the field, it was hanging a little bit low. It got to like 7 feet in the air, which is a little too close to the top of the player's head. So our absolutely amazing buildings and grounds guys went out. They got us new things to hold it up in the air, so it's now at 20 feet. So it's well over everyone's head, and should have a really awesome shot of all of the action. So it's we're super excited to try it out. I just want to thank all the buildings and grounds guys and Ed Ostroff, who really made this thing happen, along with building administration. Everyone was kind of, full in, because it's, anything where we get to show new technologies to the students and get them to experience new technologies and work new technologies that are actually used in the field is a great chance and great opportunity for them. So we're super excited to have this rolled out, and can't wait to see it in action tonight. So I'm sure you've probably been seeing it already by the time we're rolling this news package, but if not, look out for it. It's the camera that looks like someone's running at 50 miles an hour across the side of the field at 20 feet in the air. That's the one. All right.
Unfortunately, I don't have that.
So new piece of technology we have this year at JTV. Well, actually we got it end of last year, but we're really using it for the first time for games, is a cable camera. So what it is it's pretty new technology. It runs on a cable across the sideline of the field and is controlled remotely. So it's pretty neat in that it can get the shot where it tracks the action down the field. So when there's a running play, we can follow the action down the field, and 2 operators do it. So we have one operator that's controlling the actual camera on the trolley that goes across, and then we have another operator that actually controls the camera. It's panning, tilting, and rolling. So it's pretty cool new technology. Yeah, we actually did have some problems with setup yesterday. It's about a 300-foot run across the field, and the way that we initially planned it was 12 foot in the air, and the problem with that is that when the camera trolley gets to the center of the field, it was hanging a little bit low. It got to like 7 feet in the air, which is a little too close to the top of the player's head. So our absolutely amazing buildings and grounds guys went out. They got us new things to hold it up in the air, so it's now at 20 feet. So it's well over everyone's head, and should have a really awesome shot of all of the action. So it's we're super excited to try it out. I just want to thank all the buildings and grounds guys and Ed Ostroff, who really made this thing happen, along with building administration. Everyone was kind of, full in, because it's, anything where we get to show new technologies to the students and get them to experience new technologies and work new technologies that are actually used in the field is a great chance and great opportunity for them. So we're super excited to have this rolled out, and can't wait to see it in action tonight. So I'm sure you've probably been seeing it already by the time we're rolling this news package, but if not, look out for it. It's the camera that looks like someone's running at 50 miles an hour across the side of the field at 20 feet in the air. That's the one. All right.
You have the power to save a life. Cardiac arrest isn't rare, but surviving it is. Over 300,000 people suffer from sudden cardiac arrest every year. About 8% survive, and it's not only the elderly that can experience these life-altering events. The #1 killer of young athletes is sudden cardiac arrest, because a young athlete dies from cardiac incident once every 3 days in the United States. About 80% of cardiac arrests that occur are outside of a hospital. About 89% of those victims don't survive because people around them don't know how to perform cardiopulmonary resuscitation. It's very simple. You can help save a life. The American Heart Association changed its protocol for the public to hands-only CPR, which means when a witness cardiac arrest occurs, a bystander, like you, can call 911 and begin external chest compressions immediately by pushing hard and fast in the center of the chest while awaiting arrival of the first responders. It's very straightforward. Your immediate action can help save a life. Learn hands-only CPR.
I know it's our anniversary dinner. I'll be there in a couple minutes. I'll text you when I'm in the car. Bye, Mom. See you later.
Don't text and drive.
I know.
Hey, Hollywood time. Welcome back for the second half here. Let's see. We've got a 1-0 game here. It's hard to believe. And I'll call you back. Manchester doing a nice job in that first half of scoring the only goal of the game so far.
Yeah.
But Liberty threatening late there in that second half. What do you think the keys are to the second half?
No, I think the keys for Liberty are they got to start double teaming on defense. They've really been letting Manchester not walk all over them, but they've been letting them get to the sides. As Liberty gets to move forward here, Manchester hitting the ball back. As they
just so our audience doesn't get confused here, teams have switched sides now. So the Manchester team is now going in the opposite direction. Liberty is heading back in our general area. As things head downfield.
As Manchester once again starting off with the pressure. As Manchester hitting it down, Liberty able to stop it, getting it down to the side, working the side of the field, but Manchester able to hit it as they in a bit of a back and forth right now. Liberty able to come away with it. The ref will let him keep going. This gives a little bit of time for Liberty to regroup. Liberty, though, working it down the field, doing a pretty good job, but actually they're able to get a
going to get stepped on right there, right under the cleat there, Bri. Manchester threatening on offense there, but Liberty's defense getting the job done.
And Liberty now hitting the ball to the side, working to get it down the field.
I don't know if I've repeated this enough, but it is absolutely fantastic weather today for an athletic contest.
It really is, and I mean,
it doesn't get any better than the weather we have right now, folks. We've got a nice little crowd out today that's pretty much observing their social distancing and whatnot. We've got a player down. Little injury timeout. They'll take a knee. And coach is going to come out. We'll take a little break here while the coach comes out and takes a look. That's actually number 2, Mackenzie Angelone. I have Mackenzie in class, as a matter of fact. Seem to have a lot of these kids in class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
The athletic trainer is going to take a hop out there. I'm sure they'll sort that out. But, you know, again, this is the official start to the field hockey season for both of these teams. The shorten is a little bit abbreviated. They won't be playing as many games as they normally do, but there's every hope that you know, the season could play out, get a good 4 or 5 weeks in. I know that Liberty's kicking off its football season on Monday, I believe, at 5 p.m. We got a 5 p.m. game. JTV is going to be there for that as well. That'll be a 5 p.m. start against Toms River East at home. And Mackenzie Angelone's up. She's going to walk off the field here.
as they'll probably make a
Looks like a,
substitution.
I would have to guess, looks a little bit like a leg injury to me. She got hit with a stick. Again, that stick, I don't know if you ever picked it up, Brian, but it's a pretty solid piece of oak.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt if you get hit.
Yeah, that'll leave a bruise, but we wish her well, as the trainer's going to take a look at her and make sure she's okay. Meanwhile, game will resume here as things just about ready to get back underway here.
And gotta say, second half so far, Liberty's been they're looking a little bit better. I'll give them that. They've been a little bit more on the offensive, but Manchester still double teaming, doing a good job of not letting them get too far. Liberty's defense, though, has been looking strong.
They have held pretty much, again, I mean, think any game you have where you can keep your opponent by halftime to 1 goal, that somebody's doing something right. That's a combination of the goalkeeper and the defense, because the Manchester offense has, you know, they're a hawk with some teeth. They have been biting.
Yeah, and I mean, they really haven't been struggling too much besides that final 10 feet into the net. I mean, they've been able to get it there a lot, but I think Liberty is just doing a really good job of just crunching up and delaying them.
Yeah, and you know what? I think the field can play a pretty big part in field hockey and the contour and the way the field is landscaped. And I have to be honest, the field hockey field here at Liberty is probably the nicest field, you know, on the school grounds. I mean, the grass is pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, sure enough, and the good thing is that it's not that bumpy, so you're not going to get the random balls that just bounce up into the air. Liberty now looking to take it down the side.
That ball just managed to stay in. Or did it?
I would
it might have
say
slipped out.
no. This one there. Manchester looking to keep the pressure up. 11:20 left in the third quarter.
Oh, nice bit of stick work there from Shaylin Gallagher.
Liberty now looking to take it down the field, able to get a good strong hit down, able to get their first bit of pressure so far in this second half.
That's Mackenzie Angelone back in.
And Liberty able to get control of that in their own half. Looking to move it forward, but Manchester right on top of it. All the open area is just filled by Manchester players. They've just...
It's like a sea of blue.
Yeah, they've really just... they've kind of been outrunning Liberty and are just getting to the ball faster. As Liberty hits it down the side, Manchester able to take control there. As a little bit of a stalemate there, but Liberty able to get it past, trying to work it down the sides, and Liberty so far has been working both sides of the field. And that was one of their issues earlier, is they were not going on both sides of the field, but now they've really been trying to get it back and forth, just doing whatever they can to get it onto the Manchester half.
And that looks like it's going to be let's see, the ball being tossed to Manchester. We're going to end up with a penalty corner here, which is kind of an interesting scenario. They put 4 people in the goal with the goalkeeper there, the defense, and then there are 6 girls lined up on the circle. This person is going to knock it in, And the ball needs to be struck inside that circle. Nope. Okay. I think the shot on goal has to be inside the circle anyway.
As looking to get that one forward here,
Is that gonna
but
be that? Looks like another penalty corner to me. Or maybe not, unless they're going to the other side.
nah, she
No.
takes the ball back to the
Yep,
outside.
Right back in action.
Able to get the hit inside, and that will hit the backboard. Another goal.
We got Manchester's second goal of the game as we take a look at the instant replay here. Some pretty nice stick work. And then that ball just gets redirected, picked up, and pretty nice shot there. Why don't you roll that one back for us? Let's take a look at that one more time. Give me the super slow-mo and creep it. I'd like to see whose stick that came off of if you can.
And
This is a pretty nice pass here, Brian.
yeah, and I mean,
And
you
then
could
you
almost
may need to jog shuttle this at the end. She hits it there.
And
Oh, and it
looks
goes in. Oh, that's number 10.
like Danielle.
Danielle
Garber.
Guerin. Nice work there on the replay, guys. Great work.
But there, she was just able to get that shot, and that could have gone in on its own. But
Yeah.
going for the redirect there and almost faking them out by just giving it more power and getting it to the corner.
And it just snuck in, too. I don't know if you noticed that, but it just snuck in that corner. It was a beautiful shot. Not much the goalkeeper could do about that in that spot. Oh, a nice hit through.
And Liberty now kind of needs to get desperate. They need to be on offense a lot more. But right
Oh,
now,
nice little
good
scoop
start
there.
with that. Able to scoop it over,
Go
but
out.
that one will go out. It won't be
Tori
Liberty's ball.
Rodriguez.
Hits it out to the side. A good hit through the legs. But Manchester, once again, just crowding the circle. Able to break it through.
And that's Liberty ball. It's Christina Casali there on the hit. This is going to be picked up by number 4. That's Tori Rodriguez. And what have we got here? It looks like a penalty corner. Yep. Folks are lining up. Ball ends up there.
She's looking to hit it
2,
in,
3,
and
4, 5. Yep.
they're really going to need a goal here, especially 2 down.
These penalty corners are really big opportunities when you've got basically a 6-on-4 or 6-on-5 technically.
She's able
Shot.
to take it, takes it
Takes the
slow.
shot.
Able to take the shot, gets blocked by the stick, but she gets credit again, but that ball will go to Manchester. Oh, but Liberty once again with the pressure on, and now 3-on-2. Liberty looking to get that in. As Liberty now with their second corner, they really need to put it in
Penalty
here.
corner. That ball's got some.
Reset, ladies.
Going to reset that there. Referee taking the opportunity there to confirm the rules there for young Tori Rodriguez. And there it is. Gets the play call. That ball's going to bounce. It's tough when they're bounced. So hard to control. It
get
takes
it to the
amazing.
side,
Shot
though.
on goal. Oh, and it just
Wonderful
goes
shot
wide. As
there.
we take a look at the replay of that. That one just went wide, Brian.
And that was a strong shot at that.
That was the best shot of the day. I mean, I think like the strongest shot of the day anyway. We take a
Hey.
look. Let's see if we can figure out who this is. That is number 10.
Kylie Steiner, but
Yeah.
as we get back into
Steiner.
the action, Liberty now.
Oh,
Great save by Manchester there.
good defense there. Manchester, you're right. Sorry, what? Rodriguez takes one to the hand.
Looking to move it forward down the side. Liberty, though, able to stop it.
Shea passes the ball through the middle. Oh,
And Liberty
nice
hitting
job.
it out to the side, going towards the middle, able to get
Christina
on the
Casal
ball.
passes through the
Shot
middle.
towards the middle. The goalie, though, able to keep it out. Wonder if this
Goalkeeper
will
comes
be
in, makes the save there.
Jesse Mew.
And some pressure being applied here in the middle of this third quarter.
As
And
Liberty,
some more Liberty pressure here.
Liberty now
whistle
on the
blows here.
offensive for at least 2 minutes here. Liberty really I wonder if it was in their game plan. We go 2 down. We have to go hard here because,
That's it.
I mean, look, this Manchester defense has been looking strong and not much offensive presence in the first half, but second half, even though the score may say otherwise, it's been pretty predominantly Liberty as well.
Wow, that's
But
some nice stick work there. 23's been killing it all day. That's Katarina D'Amato.
he's just doing a really good job. But Liberty, once again, trying to take it cross field, playing horizontally and vertically.
She's
just trying
quick,
to get
too.
it. Oh.
That ball's going to get crossed through the middle.
Oh.
Pretty well defended, and we're going to end up with a penalty corner.
And the Hawks here just doing a phenomenal job of just getting to the ball first.
Well,
Just
it is-
consistent pressure.
It is technically a, let's see, it's a 5-on-7. Got 4 defenders and a goalkeeper in the goal, and then 6 people around the circle, plus the hitter. That ball gets into play. Everybody charges. That ball's going to sail deep, and a little high stick action.
And once again, I gotta say that's a pretty good rehearsed play, as I've seen that a couple of times there where they just stop the ball, let the other person hit it, and go for the redirect, and it worked once. As Liberty taking it down the field again, looking to put consistent pressure on, but right now, it's a 1-on-3. Looking to maybe get the cross off, but she's just able to keep control of the ball. Liberty has been looking stronger. They just need to generate a little bit more chances. And not that that one shot was a missed opportunity, but that definitely needed to be more pressure there.
Oh, big strong hit there, but it's going to go off a leg. Again, I don't think the ball can be advanced or kicked in any way, shape, or form. A lot of incidental contact on feet and legs in field hockey because that ball's got a mind of its own, right, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be rough there. I mean, they have to have control of everything, and in a game where everybody's trying to control everything, can't be that easy.
3 minutes left to play in the third quarter. It's been a good quarter. Manchester picked up another goal, and also Liberty on offense threatening throughout this quarter. So it's folks at home are being treated to a great game as these two teams kick off their season today. The Manchester team, of course, coached by head coach Erica Eno, assistant coach Nicolette Maloney, and Kristen Ahrens, the athletic director over at Manchester, an old friend of mine. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say old. Keith Lister. Shout out to Twisted Lister over here at at Liberty. Our team is, of course, coached by Ashley Forsyth.
As Manchester looking to take it down, really just kind of stalling
Elena
time
Flanagan,
out.
I should say. But Flanagan got hitched. I'm not sure what her last name is. Our athletic director, Rob Panicue. Hanging around the field hockey today. I saw him out on the field before, catching some field hockey action.
As Manchester looking to keep it going, trying to keep the offense going because, like you said, best defense is good offense. But pressure once again coming from Liberty. Manchester doing a good job on defense here, but they are not leaving as many players back as Liberty was.
1.5 minutes left to play. That ball is going to be elevated, and that'll be a Liberty ball. Little opportunity here if the Liberty team can strike quickly here.
Liberty looking to hit it to the
Pass
side.
to 10.
Able to get it, hit it
Nothing
in.
there. Ball's in the middle. She clears it out of the circle. That's number 25, Kayla Murdoch.
But Liberty seems to be playing a shorter game here, going for shorter passes instead of longer passes, just opting out of doing them.
Gallagher, that ball's going to roll out, or not.
The ref will let it play.
Just thought out was out.
As that ball goes down towards the side, able to cut in. To get it in.
This is where Manchester's been tough on those balls that come across in front of the goalkeeper there. Manchester's been tough all day, shooting pretty consistently from that particular situation.
Manchester there, able to beat him on the outside.
2 players down in front of the goal. No penalties called. And let's see what happens from that. It's a little crash zoom there from our camera ops today. A little shout out to our team today, by the way, as they assign things. Rebecca Rosenberg on camera 3. We've got Alyssa Kainzos on 2, and I think Kyle Mazura is on camera 1 right now. And Madison as well. Madison's last name. Let's see what Madison's last name is. That's too small.
Rush.
Madison Rush. Alrighty there. Big shout out to our first time director today, Jesse Parker on the bus, doing a good job today. Jesse's a senior, cutting his teeth. Spent the last couple years as a pretty predominant camera operator for us, doing a nice job. So I always find the transition from on-field camera to in the bus directing can be a relatively good transition because, you know, as a camera operator, the one thing you do is you know what the director wants as a shot. And I feel like when the directors go, camera operators go inside, they already have this idea of what they want to see. So it makes that transition a little bit easier. I thought he did a good job today. Supporting cast on the bus.
For TD, we have Billy Harkowski, Slow-Mo, Keith Flores, graphics, Mateo Alponte, and audio, Alex Gablix.
Wait, who's on graphics?
What?
Who's on graphics?
Mateo Alponte.
Mateo. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Every time I hear
there
his
it
name,
is.
I feel compelled to do that, you know?
Yeah, well,
We'll see how many more times. It may only take me another 7 or 8 times till I get it out of my system, okay?
more 7 or 8 years.
Or 7 or 8, you're right. He could, you know, be a senior and I could still be going, Mateo. You never know.
Yeah, I wouldn't put anything past you.
I wouldn't either. And we take a look at the score. We've got a 2-0 game here. Manchester in the lead, but that quarter got pretty interesting if you asked me, Bry. So I'm kind of, I could see Coach Forsyth over there. There's the Manchester team being equally motivated there by Coach Eno, as you see the score there as we enter the 4th period. But Coach Forsyth ready to motivate these girls to see if we can get some points on the board. Definitely better offensive play in the 3rd quarter for the Lions. Both defenses, I give both teams credit. Even the score that Manchester had in that quarter was an earned score. I mean, that ball dropped into the bottom left-hand corner of the goal. You can't hit it in a better spot than that.
Yeah, and I got to say that the last, I'd say 7 minutes, besides maybe 45 seconds, that was all Liberty in the Manchester half. But that's the exact opposite of how it was in the 1st and 2nd quarter. So they've really just been.
Yeah, I concur, man. I agree. That's why I think, you know, with just 15 minutes left to play in the game, we're going to see what both teams are able to do as far as whether they're, you know, Liberty is probably going to look to pull another defensive person, which may actually leave them a little bit vulnerable on defense. But that's what's fun about this. We get to sit here and watch this and see. It's been a great game and beautiful weather. You know, we've got some decent-sized number of fans here that are spread out pretty nicely, I might add. Actually, very few people in the bleachers. They're all spread out in their own little chairs. Doing what we can to abide by the guidelines that have been set, which, by the way, for outdoor activities at a school like ours, it's set at 500 at an event, and we are pretty much nowhere near that today, I would say. I would have to go with fan base of about pretty good for field hockey. I'd go with maybe 100 people over there. What do you think?
Up to
maybe not.
75, and I don't know.
Maybe not. I'm a pretty bad judge of counting. I'm going to do some counting while you're commentating.
Okay. You can do that. As Manchester takes the ball towards the side, looking to take a shot on net, hits it towards the side, and that's another goal for Manchester.
Oh,
and, man, you just
shot.
can't look away.
I did. I looked away. I was counting people. We got 87 people, by the way.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know what? You know what? My man on the bus there, Keith's going to hook me up with an instant replay so I can see what I missed.
Mm-hmm.
As I was counting. That's probably post score right there. I think they're teasing me on the bus. Thanks, guys.
I think
just said all those nice things about them too, Brian. What?
Yeah, you know, I mean, that Slow-Mo guy, he's you know, he's
He's
just
a little shady. He's got too many things in his bag.
that I would agree with. 20-pound bag.
A little
I just,
collision there. 20. I thought it was more like 40.
it's somewhere around there. I'll find out. Bring a scale to school. But
I went in his bag at Christmas time, and one of Santa's elves popped out of there. I didn't know what was going on.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a leprechaun in there.
Yeah,
just
that
wouldn't.
too. There you go. Well, it's St. Patty's Day.
Yeah. Never too early. As Liberty now getting the ball, trying to get it down in the other half. 3-0. Gonna be a hard scoreline to come back against, and they really needed to score during that last opportunity in that last quarter.
Another shot on goal. That one's blocked by Sarah Duke.
I mean, just well executed from Manchester here in the second half. I will say Manchester does look more planned, and while Liberty looks a little bit more improvised, while that definitely both sides have improvised, they've really been looking stronger when Manchester positions themselves in the right spots and are able to get passing plays going.
Yeah, again, I think it's been such a solid game from both sides of the ball for both squads. Manchester taking advantage of the scoring opportunities a little better. That ball's going to get crossed. That could be trouble.
Is that ball?
And that's going to go in.
Manchester.
That ball traveled a good 15, 20 yards on the cross here. As we take a look at that cross, it comes across, and that ball gets hit on the bounce.
And good save.
And it goes
by
in.
the keeper.
Yeah. Offense from Manchester coming alive here again. They came alive a little late in the second, third quarter, and they came out firing here early on in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, they're looking for ways to stop them, but they really needed to work on that double teaming, and maybe they did what you said about the whole pulling people from defense, and it has been leaving them vulnerable. But once again, number 23 just really just bulleting through them and able to just keep going.
You know, I always say the speed kills too. You know, that's one of those other things in sports like soccer and football and field hockey, where speed can be such a neutralizing factor for an offensive player.
Yeah.
You know, I can think back to I don't know why I thought of this name today, but I did, to an athlete they had at Manchester probably 20 years ago, a football player by the name of Joe Mickens, who as a freshman just ran at whim. He was faster than everyone on the field. And anytime I think of speed being a deciding factor for an athlete, I always thought of him because he just outran and out-finessed anyone that was on the field. Amazing athlete.
And there are a lot of people like that in a lot of different sports. In field hockey, it's one of those things where you got to be fast, but you also have to have good stick control, because you lose that ball for a second, you're gone. And you ran in front of the ball, and the ball stops a little bit easier than a person does.
It certainly does. You know what? I actually find the stick work in field hockey to be way more difficult than in a sport like ice hockey, for the simple fact that in ice hockey, the puck is rolling on a pretty flat surface. Okay, if you sit here and you've been watching this field hockey game all day long today, you're noticing that the ball does not just roll; it's bouncing.
And we're on a good day today. Where
Yes,
other days, if it's a little bit wet, it'll just stick.
Yeah. So kudos to these athletes for controlling the ball as much as they do in such difficult circumstances. And also, too, Brian, we talked about this before too, that this field is in great condition. On a field somewhere else that maybe isn't kept up the way this Liberty field is, it's an even tougher situation.
And I mean, some teams definitely strive in that. I mean, I know that's the case in most professionals. Is a lot of teams play better at home because that's their home climate. And I mean, Denver Broncos is one of those teams where a lot of people say it's the worst stadium to play in because the air is so thin in Colorado. But
yeah, that's for sure. And they're not teams that come in the visiting squads aren't used to playing in those conditions. You see a lot of oxygen tanks on the sideline when you play in Denver, that's for sure. Not much of a problem here in New Jersey, though, I have to say.
But
most of New Jersey sits, I think, at sea level or below.
yeah, probably. But Liberty now looking to move it forward. Manchester, though, able to stop them.
I mean, as much as Liberty had the pressure in the third quarter offensively, Manchester's kind of taken up the mantle here in the fourth. We've got 8.5 minutes left to go. a 4-0 game. Still a high-quality game played by both squads today. So kudos to both squads. That ball's going to be stopped. And I think we're looking at a penalty corner. Nope, we aren't. It's going to be a Liberty ball, it looks like. The ref's going to explain the situation here. As the geese go crazy here at Liberty.
Guest appearance.
I know what Keith and Jesse Parker are thinking on the bus right now when they saw the geese fly by. Dinner.
Oh my. Yep.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Things being explained there.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure what's going on right now, folks, but
Not sure anybody does, but you know.
I think even the athletes have things being explained to them. And looks like it's going to be, yep, looks like it's being a Manchester ball. That's number 9, Helena Staples. Actually taught with her mom, Heather.
Who don't you know?
There's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people out there. You know, and Manchester is not a very big, not a very huge school, so the connections, it's kind of like playing that 6 separation from Kevin Bacon. You could do that from Ferrone. Loosen those shots up down that end of the field, boys and girls. Things are a little too tight down there.
Liberty, though, taking the ball quick down the field.
You see here weather conditions changing as it's clouds kind of broke out. Things are getting a little bit more cloudy here. Color temperatures changing up a little bit.
Is Liberty trying to get it down, but 7 minutes and 20 seconds left.
7.5 to play. Lots of cloud cover over there. Probably need the iris down, maybe an F stop or so.
As Liberty
That's Angelone.
with control of the ball, but Manchester did a great job of stopping them, and they're just going to want to hit this as far as possible.
You called that one, bro. Nice stop, though. See how low that stick was, practically laying on the ground there. That was Rodriguez. There she is.
That ball will be
a big swing here. Oh, yeah.
As Manchester looking to take it down the side, just trying to...
Sneaking her. Oh, nice little defensive play there. Looks like Brooklyn Sylvan from here. Nope, that's 15.
And
Christina Casale.
And Liberty just trying to get it going on offense, but Manchester just ruthlessness and just trying to keep the ball on the Liberty half for as long as possible. And I got to say, they had a solid 9 minutes of pressure there as we reach 6 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. Manchester now down the side, going out once again. Moving it close, but Liberty bringing it to the inside, which seems like they're trying to switch sides, but that might be risky with Manchester right there waiting.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a risky play to go across the middle there.
And we'll see if it
good
pays
defense
off
there.
for Liberty. But
it's Shaylin Gallagher fighting over there. And what do we got here? It's going to be a Liberty ball, I think. No, looks like a penalty corner.
Manchester here.
Hard to tell. We're pretty far down the line here, but yeah, that's what it looks like, penalty corner.
And Manchester going to want to take their time here.
That's number 7, Juliana Buono. Hope I'm not butchering your name, Juliana. Coach Eno told me 3 times, just so you know. And that one gets centered.
And that one
shot
goes down the side.
That one got
Close shot, but gets blocked. And that shot.
Oh, that's going right in the corner.
In. And this game's looking pretty much all but over here. 5 minutes left, 5 goals up.
Let's take a look at this shot on goal here.
The goalie coming out of net a little bit to make the first save, but just not able to get back again. As once again another good shot to the opposite corner.
It is, and another. We're not talking about these aren't balls that are trickling in. These have been pretty solid shots here from this this Manchester team. So, hat going off to this Manchester Hawk offensive. The Liberty defense has been doing all they can to keep it in check,
Yeah,
but
and
some of these goals have just been, I think 4 out of 5 goals were all well earned.
yeah, and I mean, this scoreboard doesn't really represent how this game has gone. I mean, Liberty has definitely stepped it up in the second half, but the first half, there was 1 goal scored.
Yeah.
Just Manchester, I think Liberty let up on the defensive pressure a little bit, but, you know. Liberty now with control of the
Tell you
ball.
what, Bri, even if there's incidental contact to a leg, the ball is the possession gets changed.
It's a interesting sport. I'll give it
Yeah,
that.
I guess it's hard to tell if you're kicking it or if it just bounces off your leg. So I can understand it.
Especially in a sport where you're running, but move it forward here. Clock winding down, 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. Things moving forward. Manchester once again, the ball getting hit out to the side, and that's another thing Manchester's doing good. They find open space, put a player there, and hit the ball there, and they've just been repeatedly doing that. It's been strong performance here. Manchester hits it out to the side. Be a Liberty ball. Not too much they can do here besides try to get a goal in and avoid the shutout. But Liberty with a good offensive chance here. Manchester going down the side. Able to move it up a little bit. As game pace definitely slowing down a little bit. Not that the players have given up or anything. It's a long game in a big field. And sometimes halftime breaks really just don't help.
You can try to load up on oranges and stuff, but it's a long game. It's an hour. It's pretty much an hour of cardio work out here. Because it's sprint, stop, sprint, jog, no doubt. Some of these field hockey girls definitely in some great shape.
And then,
especially by the end of the season, they're if any of them are playing winter sports, they're conditioned pretty darn well by the time they hit their winter sport, which I'm sure the winter sports coaches are big fans of.
and I mean, especially on halftime, you play the entire first half and like you get a little bit sore and then you sit down for halftime and just getting up, it's just not what you want to do. But a lot of teams you'll see will continue to go.
I can identify with that, Brian. When I'm decorating my house for the holidays on the weekends, the last thing I want to do is stop and eat lunch.
Man,
It's hard to get back on a ladder after that.
a lot of times you just gotta keep pushing through, but
That's it.
you know, sometimes you gotta make gameplay adjustments, and Liberty definitely made some adjustments. For better or for worse, they had a lot of good results in the third quarter, but fourth just really came up on Manchester.
Yeah, Manchester just played a tough game today. That Manchester offense really came through with some big goals there. Early in that fourth quarter to kind of put this game on ice for them. Again, 1-0 game coming into the second half. So this has been a super fun contest for us to kick off our 2020 outdoor field hockey season. We'll see. We'll probably try and get out to another one here at Liberty towards the end of the season, but we do try and cover as many of the sports as we possibly can. So that does limit our next game that we'll be covering, of course, will be on Monday, actually. 10 seconds left to play.
First football game, and the scoreboard really does not reflect how this game felt. It did not feel like a dominating performance.
Didn't. That's going to wrap up the game. Manchester Hawks going to pick up a B-South win here. The Manchester Hawks are going to pick up a big win here for B-South. 5-0 here over the Lions. My final thoughts on the day. Great way to start the season off for Manchester. They certainly came out firing on all cylinders, but Liberty showed some good promise as they have a pretty young team and a very young offense as their season is going to go forward.
Yeah, and I mean, they just need a few offensive changes. Defense, I think they need to play a little bit more closer together and just kind of suffocate a little bit more, stop the ball from leaving that area, because Manchester was just finding open holes and putting it there, but give them massive amounts of credits for finding that, seeing that, and still keeping control of the ball.
Absolutely. Well, listen, then we're going to have to step aside now. We want to thank you for tuning in to today's JTV Game of the Week. I'm Harry Ferrone.
I'm Brian Martingano.
Hey, we'll see you Monday night at 5 p.m. at Jackson Liberty. We'll be broadcasting from there for Jackson Liberty's football season opener against Toms River East. Until then, have a great night.